First of all, we've got ourselves a RAV Power 16 watt solar panel. We've got the UVR5A from Baofeng with a Nagoya NA701 flexible aerial on top. We've got the original charging port. I've got the USB adapter that allows you to actually charge your Baofeng from any USB power source. It actually jumps the power up from 5 volts to 10 volts. It steps it up so it can be compatible with your 10 volt dock. I've got an iPhone 5S. It's a little bit beaten up, but I keep that as a spare, obviously, for emergency communications. Keep a charger for that. Right, and inside this lock and lock, I can't express enough how good these lock and locks are. If you can't afford a Pelly case, lock and lock is the way to go. The seals, the catches, everything is pretty damn high quality, and it will keep stuff nicely waterproof. Okay, inside that, just got a piece of kitchen towel just to stop everything rattling around. Okay, first of all, I've got a RAV Power Powerbank, and this is the 1200 milliamp version, and a micro USB charger that comes with it. It's a great little power bank. Works very well with all this kit I've mentioned here, and I'll go into that in a second. Another spare charging lead, but this is a mini USB. I've got Kawaii, I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's a little amp meter, I guess, for the USB ports that you use. So it gives you a good indication on how much power your USB port is chucking out. I mainly got it for the solar panel, so I'll get some visual representation of where to point the solar panel to get the best wattage. Okay, I've also got one spare Panasonic NCR18565OB 18650 battery. Very high quality, so I decided to spend a little bit extra and get these. They've got very high capacity, and also a couple of non-rechargeable CR123As. Okay, moving on to the torch. I've got the Fenix P35 Tac, and that has also got the 18650 batteries in them. Another one of the Panasonics. Very high powered torch. It's got lots of different modes, but I really like this torch for its sort of size and its versatility that it offers me. Obviously it throws out 1000 lumens on the highest setting, but you can also use it in a very low power mode, which will give you days and days of use. That goes in its own little sheath here, and I'll just keep that ready to go. Right, and finally I've got myself an Xtar battery charger. This is the VC2 Plus. The reason I bought this one was for its versatility. It obviously charges the 18650 batteries, but it also charges a vast variety of batteries, even down to rechargeable nickel, cadmium and nickel metal hydride batteries, going down to the AA size, so that's great. One great feature about this as well is obviously it charges via USB, the main reason I got it. Yeah, but it also can act as a power bank. When you've got a battery inside here, you can actually plug your USB items into this and charge your items off of this. So highly versatile bit of kit. bit bulky, but it's very lightweight, so I thought to give me the sort of capabilities that I was after, that was well worth packing. And as you can see, it all goes into a relatively small lock and lock. Also keeping there a little silica gel pad just to keep everything nice and dry. The spares for the torches, which is a couple of O-rings, a spare switch, and yet another micro USB cable. Now this is a very short one, so you can get you know, maximum power into your device without too much voltage drop. Okay. Right. So this whole set here, it gives me the ability, gives me various abilities, obviously. With the solar panel, when I'm out and about, I could hang this off my backpack, and it can be charging my devices while I'm on the move. But equally, I could leave this out at sort of base camp, and yeah, charge my power bank, which is my preferable way. I'd plug this straight into the power bank, get this juiced up, and once this was juiced up, I could obviously charge my CR123, sorry, my 18650 batteries by plugging this into the power bank. So this gives me like a little safety buffer, if you like, which you know, instead of ruining my my 18650 batteries, it allows me to put all the juice into that as a sort of storage, and then transfer it. Obviously, I can charge my my 18650 battery, sorry, straight from this solar panel, but to be safe, I figured, because this has got all sorts of inbuilt safety features, and it's obviously actually cheaper than this and even one of those Panasonic batteries. So I figured this could be used and abused, right? So how I would set it up, because this has got two power sockets, is I would first of all plug this in. So there you go, it gives you a visual indication, you can see that, of the juice coming in. So at the moment it's 5.21, 5.19 volts, and obviously I'd tilt that until I get the absolute best. From there, this is the big bugbear for me. I really wanted to be able to charge this while out on the go, and the only way I was figuring to do that, I mean, was by a 12 volt charger that I'd found on eBay. Let me close this. A 12 volt charger that I found on eBay that plugs straight into your sort of car cigarette lighter. Problem is with that is obviously you're going to need a vehicle to do it, or a car battery. So I figured, I did loads of research and I finally found a company that made these specifically for the Baofeng, which is obviously jumping the voltage up from 5 volts, which is USB power, to 10 volts, which this takes. So let's give it a go. And bearing in mind I'm inside right now in the conservatory, so there's not as much light as you'd really need. But as you can see, even in this very low light situation, where I've got just about 5 volts, the power icon has come on. Yeah, so put this inside. Well, this is a fully charged battery, but as you can see, the light stopped flickering and it's gone straight to green. So you can see you can charge your Baofeng off of this solar panel. So people that, you know, survivalists, preppers, bug out people, have now got a way to charge their comms without bothering to get one of those big battery packs that fits the AAs and etc. This is quite an efficient way of charging it, all off the sun, all free. So, you know, I'll put the links in the bottom of the video for this, because I just think that is worth its weight in gold, really. The only downside is obviously you've got to pack the charging cradle, which is quite bulky. But like I say, as an emergency, that gives you the ability to renew your sort of battery on your Baofeng, and so if you're using this as a walkie-talkie to keep in contact with other people in your team, that is the way to go. Obviously, if we're talking about not a completely grid down situation, you still might be able to use the cell phone towers. I've got myself the iPhone 5S. You know, I've got lots of apps on here that could be of use anyway. But again, this can charge no problem at all, straight off of this device. As you can see. Very hard to see, but the charging light is on. So again, that's obviously a way to charge your mobile phone device when you're on the move. Okay, moving on to the power bank. As you can see, it's charging the old power bank as well. So typically this is what I would use. You leave this folded over, shielding the bits you don't want to get hot. You'd leave that sort of leant up against your backpack, and this obviously gives you the ability to then charge your torches and all sorts of devices. Plain and simply, I would probably charge the Baofeng from this power brick, like I say, just so it can give a more consistent voltage rather than relying on the sun, because that's you know, it can be a bit up and down with the overcast days and that. Okay, and obviously this is the Xtar. Which obviously I can charge directly from the sun. So again, to give it a more consistent charge. As you can see, all the lights go on. If you can see that, it's a bit of a bright day. But that can give you up to an amp of charge to the batteries, which is fantastic really when we're talking about the sun. So yeah, this gives me lots and lots of versatility. Obviously, as I mentioned before, the item can also be used simply by putting an 18650 battery in there. It lights up to let you know that it's getting used as a power bank now. And obviously I can go various routes. I can obviously charge the Baofeng. I can charge the Baofeng off a lithium battery. Yeah, I could, technically speaking, if I wanted to charge the power bank itself off of a lithium battery, that's also possible. I'm switching back to the micro USB. As you can see. Or if I want juice for my Fenix torch, I can literally plug the power bank itself that's been charged from the solar or various other means. Oh, wrong lead. I can charge the 18650 batteries off the power brick. Yeah, so as you can see, it's pretty versatile, this system. You've got the means to have light at night after you've charged you know, your batteries during the day. I can obviously charge a mobile phone for, you know, emergency calls, using apps, using, you know, the you know, just the compass on the actual on the iPhone. I can obviously have my walkie-talkie / ham radio, which is obviously, this does a FM radio as well, so you can listen to a bit of music at night. Personally, I think, you know, in terms of systems, this covers everything. I can't see what you can't do with this lot. You know, obviously I've got extra charging cables and all sorts in there because they're so lightweight, it's worth packing in my eyes. But the game changer for me was definitely the lead that will charge the Baofeng off of USB. And yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. So that's the Xtar VC2 Plus Master. This is the Kawase, I don't know how you pronounce it, USB, I guess you could search it under voltmeter. This is the Fenix P35 Tactical Edition. I didn't like the one with the rubber button there. This is a more solid button. I've heard better reviews of that. Okay. This is obviously the Panasonic NCR 18650B batteries. The iPhone 5S. The Baofeng UV5RA. And then lastly, the RAV Power 16 watt solar panel. It's got 2 ports on it. Right guys, so I hope that's given you a bit of help. This will cover you in a whole variety of instances. Obviously I could pack myself a little wall charger and also a car cigarette lighter charger for USB, but this is generally for sort of an off-grid scenario, I guess. So yeah, it's a lot to take, I guess, if we're talking about a backpack. But in all honesty, you can always ditch what you don't need, can't you? But this gives you light in the dark. It gives you power to your devices, gives you your walkie-talkie, and everything in between, I guess. So I'll be happy to answer anything, and I've bodged a couple of the names and prices and bits and pieces, but I'll stick the links in the description. Hope this helps. Cheers. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe and all that jazz. Cheers guys.